I designed this custom bike tire that replaces all of my spokes with spaghetti, and I'm about to ride it for the very first time. Spaghetti. For bike spokes. You thought this was a good idea? Well, it seemed funny at the time. This idea of mine started a couple months ago when I had a large sum of spaghetti left over from a previous project. The first step was establishing how strong an individual piece of spaghetti is, so I could determine exactly how many pieces I needed. And I designed this simple test rig to test the strength of different pieces at different lengths. So just how many pieces did I need? A lot. I bet you needed a lot. Well, yeah, no shit, it's spaghetti. Will you go away? So the biggest takeaway from this test is that I'm able to leverage a factor of material science. The shorter a part gets, the stiffer and therefore stronger it gets, at least for my purposes. And I would utilize that in the final design of the tire. So next I had to figure out how to actually build the tire. I was opposed to any rigid way of holding the spaghetti spokes in just out of fear of snapping. Oh, does spaghetti snap real easily? That's fucking weird. So I settled on this design of a rigid tire with a flexible gasket in between that would sandwich the spaghetti spokes within it. This made the assembly much easier and decreased the likelihood of accidental braking. Also, I found out it makes this noise. I don't want to hear one comment about that noise. But next I wanted to test the small scale and see what kind of forces it could handle. Okay, we've got some complicated experimental design for this next test. I have my wheel, and I have my scale, and I'm going to basically lever down with this rod on the inner spoke and see what number the scale gets to before this busts. 13, 17, 18, oh. Don't you zero out on me. 18, 19, 21. Oh, 21.6, and that's cracking. Maybe we can rotate a little bit and squeeze more out. 21, 22. 22.8. I was happy with those results and the function of the design, so I moved into producing the full-scale tire. So I don't have room for brakes, so this won't have brakes. More essential bike hardware. Oh, Jesus, it fits too. Oh my god. So comment below if you think this is going to work or if I'm going to bust my teeth out. I think the piece of all thread that I'm using for an axle isn't straight. And because it's at an angle, I'm going to have a weird torque on this tire and it might crack something. Whatever. It's taking my weight. It's cracking bad. It took my weight, but the second I put a pedal on, it broke. You know, honestly, it did better than I expected. So yeah, it broke. Well, I could have told you that was gonna happen. So honestly, it was stronger than I was afraid it wouldn't be. It did hold my weight. The second my foot touched that pedal, I just put a little bit of torque into that system. And the spaghetti's just so flexible, it telegraphed that and it just sheared. And then the second a couple pieces break, the whole thing's gone. Overall, I'm actually a lot happier with what it was. It could have been way worse. It could have been way shittier. Anyway, let me know what you guys want me to make next. I gotta run up and put my hand on the camera. Well, it seemed funny at the time. I didn't read my other line. That one might have been good. Okay, we'll check them.